Hey everyone, this is Grant, and today I'm going to show you how to use logic and probability to make some pseudo-generative Eurorack rhythms. Okay, so in this patch, I am going to be using PAMs, Intergra Funkitus, and Variegate 4 Plus for all of the gates. The kick is coming from BIA. There is a snare made up of HMVCO and noise coming from Kinks. There are two filter pings, one coming from Belgrade, the other coming from Prism. That makes up all the percussion you're hearing right here. There is some parallel processing with interstellar radio, but otherwise that's the bulk of the patch. The patches you're about to hear, it has a small amount of probability on the main clock. This is going to make it stop, glitch, sound syncopated, all sorts of different things. If you combine that with the probability that's already built into multiple steps on the Variegate 4 Plus, you have a pattern that now never repeats. It's definitely not random, but it is also definitely generative. I also have the trigger for the kick drum running through Intergra Funkitus as well. So there's a small amount of probability on the kick, which thins out an already pretty heavy kick pattern. So you have another vector there that the beat is going to change almost every time it loops around. Now, one thing I try and stay cognizant of is that not everyone has the same modules, so you by no means need Intergra Funkitus, a discontinued module, to do this. You can do this with branches. You can do this with, I think Laddick has one called the probability skipper. It's a great one as well. Or you could just add probability to your gates inside of PAMs. Any of this would work fine. You don't need super special modules. So now I'm going to take Intergra Funkitus from probability mode to logic mode. So as far as I can tell, this is XOR logic, or VCA logic, where you have one gate allowing another gate through or not. You could do this with logic modules. You could do this with VCAs by sending triggers through one and using a gate to hold it open or close it. Now, as opposed to having the patch mainly run by probability, this patch is mainly being run by logical operations. So I have the kick still running through, the kick is running off logic as well, and I'm switching through the logical combinations over CV. So towards the end of this, I have an entire song's worth of rhythms out of an 8-step sequencer, switching back and forth through probability and logic. So as a bonus, we are going to go back to probability and talk about resets. So you run a probabilistic clock into a sequencer like Variegate 4 Plus. What we can do is take a regular trigger to keep everything in sync. So it's still running off of probability for the main clock, but it's being held together by the regular reset. Thanks, Noise Engineering, for that one. I stole that off your website. Joking aside, if you are performing or streaming or even just jamming and things start to fall apart using these techniques, it's a real good idea to bring everything back together. So that's largely it. This wasn't meant to be exhaustive or go over everything you can do with logic probability. Obviously it's not, but hopefully this was a big enough primer to give you guys some ideas to start doing your own stuff. If you guys have any questions or anything you'd like to add, feel free to shoot me a line down in the comments. Thanks for watching.